Well, no one is better at telling it like it is than Bill Maher, and now this New York Times best-selling author and comic has a new book out, The New Rules. Please welcome Bill Maher. How are you?
Oh, my main man.
So great to see you. I'm always so excited to have you on the show right here. So let me preface it by saying I'm a big Bill fan, right? Watch his show every week. As you know, I've told you all the time. DVR, real time. Congratulations, by the way, 10th season. Renewed. It looks like you're having as much fun as you were when you first got there.
Renewed, that's the key word. Because I've also been fired. So, that guy remembers. He's like, hey, I enjoyed that firing. So, yeah, I can't believe it's 10 years on this show, and we did almost 10 on Politically Incorrect. I'm almost as old as you now, Mario.
I know. Keep it up. It's quite the run, though. I mean, that is impressive.
In television,
yes.
that's like a Kardashian marriage.
Oh, we'll get to that in a sec.
Oh, we
but
will.
On the show, really quick, one of my favorite parts of the show, for those not familiar maybe, is New Rules. And it comes out at the end, and it's basically a segment where Bill gives his spin on the latest headlines. And you wrote a book, the first one, New Rules, Polite Musings from a Timid Observer, which of course I read. And you got a new one coming out, but I was waiting. I was like, why did this second one take so long?
Well, we just wanted to gather all the good ones. You know, if you put it out every year, it's kind of thin. This way, people get the good stuff, and it's pretty up to the minute.
Bill Maher?
A funny look at how everybody but me has their head up their ass. Can I say
that? This one is thick.
Yeah, this one is thick.
I feel that obviously with all the GOP candidates, who are you most intrigued by, though?
Well, lately it's the ladies' man, Herman Cain.
Because he's got a little bit of a...
Yes, he's got a little bit of a scandal. Now, I'm not saying that's true. I think,
right.
You know, anything could happen. But I've always said he sounded like the ladies' man. Remember the SNL character?
Yeah.
And now a lot of ladies are coming forth and saying I was right all along. But of course, the scandal with him is not what he does with women. It's his tax program, which apparently was written in a pizza parlor.
It's disappointed that Sarah Palin's not running.
I am very disappointed.
I gotta imagine.
People always say to me, I don't know why they think I know. What's she gonna do next? What am I, the idiot whisperer? I don't know what she's gonna do next.
Don't spare President Obama either. If you were his advisor, what would you tell him right now?
If I was his advisor, I would tell him, stop trying to make the conservatives like you. It's never gonna happen. They're just not that into you. You're the wrong age, the wrong party, the wrong color. Stop trying to pry their irrational fears from their cold, dead minds. It's just never going to happen.
Who's the one guest that you've really wanted on your show but haven't had yet?
Bill Clinton. I've asked Bill Clinton for 20 years. Well, part of it he was in the White House, I understand that. But the last 10 years he has no excuse.
Right? He's
and he told me right on camera when I was on the last Larry King show, he was there, and I said, why don't you do my show? And he said, I will. And, you know, who'd have thought Bill Clinton bullshitting?
I also love that you're always on the road and you still stand-up comic at heart.
That's right.
So I gotta imagine Hollywood in its state right now giving you a lot of material. So if you wouldn't mind, get your take on some of the current celebrity news that's in the today's place. Starting off, you mentioned earlier Kim Kardashian's wedding, 72 days. Did you have the over or the under?
I had 75 in the office pool, so I came close. But it's funny, that I was going to write a new rule about this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just because I feel it was like, new rule, Kim Kardashian has to give me back the blender I gave her for her wedding.
Palin having her own reality show. By the way, did you read her book?
I did not read her book, but I probably... Did you read her book?
I did not. I failed to.
No one read her book because she's Bristol Palin. It's ridiculous that she even has a book.
Is it awful?
You know, I mean, she's more to me fit for reality TV than reading. I mean, you know, she and her mother had that. They had a reality show on the Learning Channel, which is like me having a show on the Christian Broadcasting Network.
Well put. Last one, Lindsay possibly violating her probation. What do we do with her, Bill?
You know, people. Somebody also boo me. I think this lady should get a little jail time. I think she's been treated a little better than the normal person. You know, you can't keep. I remember once I had a DUI. I had to show up, and I remember they said if you're 5 minutes late for this DUI class, you are going to jail. And we all used to show up like a half hour early because nobody wanted to go to jail because they were 5 minutes late. She blows off court appearances and this and that. I mean, she's, just put it this way, she's had 9 lives.
Thank you so much for coming by,
Pleasure,
my friend.
Mario.
Always great to see you. Bill Maher, everyone. Be sure to check him out at the Gibson Amphitheater in LA this Saturday. And his book, The New Rules, is out November 14th.